Hello and welcome everybody to another day of Ice Valorant. I am Heltic and I am joined by Dutch Source tonight.
Good evening. I am excited. We have our last week of the standard play as we are looking towards our playoffs next week onwards, I believe. And it's still a very close group, still a very close series. The winner almost gets guaranteed to go through, so it's a very exciting series, and I'm hyped, and hopefully you are too.
Oh yes, I am. So just a quick lineup check here for us tonight. We have, I believe, Bucko, Ian, Tilt, I believe that's how he pronounces it. Fat Nosehead and Gloob on the NCI side, and then we have Bioko, Fraz, Attacker, Couchisp, and Lemon on the side of DCU. We're just waiting in the lobby now for the players to ready up, and then we will be hopping in just a second. The map 1 will be Icebox, and I just need to check the picks and bans.
So I can quickly walk you through that. NCI banned Haven, DCU banned Ascent, then DCU picked Icebox, and do you see what I'm seeing?
I do see what you're seeing.
Oh my God!
For the first week ever, we have a character select screen. Ladies and gentlemen, if it wants to load. There we go. We have a character select screen.
Ryan done it again, boys. Woo!
No more white screen. We have a character select screen for the first week ever. Now we can see what everyone's picking here. We can see looks like there's a bit of at least on the side. It is NCI starting attack, correct?
It will be NCI starting attack, you are correct.
Yeah, so we will be seeing, so yeah, I just need to make sure everything is on the right side here, but yeah, we'll see Omen, Raze, Killjoy, Sova, and not Sage, Jet on the side of DCU, and we'll see a Raze, Omen, pretty much the exact same teams, except, you know, NCI are going to be taking that breach. We will see Fraz swap to the Phoenix as well. What I'm very curious to see is whether the other teams can see what the other side is picking in this menu.
They shouldn't. Realistically, they shouldn't, I think, because that means you can counter pick, and that means that you just have to wait to lock in last second. So I don't think they can. Funny enough, we saw DCU lose 2-0 last week. I think they had the same lineup and the same agents. Hopefully it works a little bit better for them. They played on Icebox as well. It was the first time we saw Icebox on stream. Let's see how they do now, as we're a bit of a loading screen, I believe. But yeah, I'm excited. Very important series for both of these teams. The one sure thing that's going to happen, if DCU wins, they are going through the semifinals for sure. And if NCI wins, we need to wait on the result of DKYT. So it's still very close. Everything can still happen. We should be going with Icebox, which is even more exciting to me. And we have loaded in.
Now we start off on round 1, of course, here on Icebox. Now, I think, was Icebox shown last week?
Here.
Icebox was shown, yeah, last week, and it was even DC who played it. As we now see NCI on the right side, so as Valorant logic dictates, it is attack on the right side. The classic.
Yeah, and for some reason, completely different side than the character selection.
Here.
Yep. Throws off the overlay a little bit, but it's fine.
There we go.
So we will be seeing... I actually don't... I've played this map. I've played it on comp. I personally didn't like it at first, and then the more I played it, I kind of got into it.
Seems like there's a lot of open area to play around, and a Killjoy is super strong as that Killjoy gets the first kill of the game. Some pushing through, but the Paranoia stops it. 1-for-1 trade for now. We're looking at a 3 versus 4. DCU is a little behind Bioko with a beautiful headshot though. They're taking it all back. DCU now the winning stance, but it stays a 1 versus 2. Bioko makes a 3k. Secures round. First round will go over to DCU.
Yeah, very nice round there. Just quick attack out of the NCI side, just didn't seem to just pick up the players off the back site, so just couldn't secure the bomb site for themselves to get the bomb plant, but or the spike down. But you know, it's only the first round. It's still a lot more Valorant to be played.
Luckily, I wouldn't want to be here for like 5 seconds and then, you know, go next. Now we have 2 whole maps for you tonight. I don't know if I mentioned it, next map will be Bind with DCU on defense, so we still got that to look forward to after this one. So we still have a lot of rounds to go through.
I see Bioko just fall back on mid. There's no need for him to be overextending there, but we're going to see Bioko pilled literally just as the camera changes, finding the kill up onto Tilt, who just walked towards that B bomb site there from mid. Of course, mid is one of the mid and B is one of the more confusing angles on this bomb site, or on this map, to be fair. Like, you can just watch all of the B bomb site from mid. Is completely different to pretty much every other map Valorant has released so far. Going back to your point at the very beginning, being a very open map in comparison to the others, but Yoko's gonna get taken down, and there's gonna be just a spawn rush, but Lemon's ready. Oh, and he gets the no-scope.
No-scope on the Marshall to finish this up. Yeah, looking out to start strong on Icebox. You know, wanna shake off that loss on this map from last week. It was a very, very close game. Hopefully we get one of those yet again, but Bioko now having an operator for himself, making this round a whole lot more interesting. Normally we sort of see this as a bonus round, but a lot of buys actually coming through as Couches stuck on the Sheriff. I'm not sure if he's gonna buy anything or if he's just gonna rock with that one. Always a super interesting weapon to look at.
As we see a lot of the NCI players taking over towards the B site, but that scan is gonna catch, I think, 2 or at least 3. Lemon's gonna get taken down first, though. Yoko on the op, sees one cross, just whips the shot, falls back, can't get anything together here. Gonna have to try find one. He does onto Bucko to start retaking the site, and a second onto Ian as well. Spike will be planted though.
Not making it in too difficult on this one. Let's see if they can finally take him out as Kloop on the side, and no spots. One gets one. They now know where he is. The op shot misses again. As he stays in the safety of all these walls. Still, Tiako also still alive. His turret companion alive and kicking. Fed knows that on 1 HP. But till Tiago clutches out the round with a nice little headshot, making sure that it will be a 2-1 scoreline. Not making it go too far on this one, and that means that the operator is gone, and a lot of the econ, I believe, from DCU will be struck a little bit, as Bioko only has 1,000 credits for a weapon.
Yeah, it just happens early game, you know, not having too much econ to actually use, so losing rounds early on can, especially after, I assume, second round they, you know, only really bought SMGs and the like, so re-buying up full weapons on the third round and then losing it means that, you know, if you manage to save a gun from the previous round, the second round, and then buying up to a Phantom, you know, you're going to be losing that, you're going to lose a lot of money, so a couple of pistols on the side of DCU this round, but you can still do a lot with a pistol.
Oh, Bioko has the ultimate, but it didn't help him there. He goes away with only 11 HP, no Sage to heal him up. So that's gonna be a rough start for the side of DCU. Oh, waiting around still. They're now looking for a bit of a push, but the Killjoy has set herself up nicely. See, there's the first opening shot. Fed knows that, getting him through the wall. Floating over, making sure he has the high ground, and it helps him sure bit getting the second kill of this game.
Spike planted.
Smoking off the side, as Spike has been planted. Let's see what DCU can do to retake the side. Not a whole lot, so everyone goes in and kind of just dies. Actually, did a few starts in Bioko. Gets the clutch as well, so they do retake this one. They do get another round. I was expecting that to go over to NCI, but DCU with a strong retake at the end of that one.
Yeah, just a bit of a sloppy hold from the NCI side there. They had the bomb down, they had the numbers advantage, but it just took a few players to just to pick up a few kills on 1v1 fights that you could be committing 2 players to, and win out the round.
Yeah, it was really strange, to be honest. Then it all set up, and then afterwards, just letting it go, like you were saying. I don't think that really, calls for a new strategy. I think it worked out well. They could try it again. For now, that it looks like they want to get that mid priority to get that first pick off. But it's gonna be Fresh getting that one as Kloop returns it with just his sidearm. Being that classic. Not gonna get another one. That's a lot of firepower against just that classic. Attacker picks it one up for the side of DCU.
And manages to sneak away with it as well. 17 HP left. But a bit unlucky there. Just couldn't find the frag. Oh, an attacker's gonna get one right through the smoke. But it's gonna get picked up by Gloob in return. Now back to a 3v2. Of course, Gloob is a bit low. It's kind of all on Bucko here. Has Spike at least, so maybe able to get a plant here, but find them now. Has the angle. All he has to do is wait and play the safe. Walking right towards Bucko, and he's gonna get caught. Bucko knows now players that angle's being watched, but he manages to sneak past. Oh.
Here.
Bioko with a nice finish on that round. Always at the
very smart of Bioko to know that the enemies have pushed up behind, so they're gonna be coming through that raised building just beside the containers. Watches the angle, just managed to pick off one, spots the second one's gun, picks up the second kill, wins out the round. Now 4-1.
This time NCI has, a bit more firepower. They don't have to rely on those classics anymore. And looking this time that they decide to go for that B side. Or maybe wait a little bit longer. They do get spotted with a nice scouting arrow. Make sure that there's some info to be had, but not too much to really swing this round. Ooh, Fresh actually spots them throughout mid, immediately walks backwards. Doesn't want to get picked up, and it's looking like a very, very slow round from the side of NCI. Some shots hitting here and there. No kills to be had just yet. Actually, Bucko finding the first opening shot. This could be a good opportunity for NCI. They spot the third, pick it off. Information. They should know where Fat Nosehead is, but he uses his special to get up. What a nice flash! And a kill from Fat Nosehead. He should spot the third one as well. For now, they're just waiting. Bomb plant. Not coming down just yet. They're waiting a little bit longer. Finally, it goes through. A 2 versus 5. Looking very grim for DCU.
There's just NCI players positioned in every possible angle. They're gonna have to go big here, but Bioko picks up one, Lemon picks up another on the other side, so it's now back to a 3v2. This is a lot more achievable. Bioko's licks and manages to pick up Bucko. He gets spotted out, but dashes out of the way. Lemon's now also sneaking behind. He hears the ring, doesn't manage to pick him up though. Bioko falls, and it's all on Lemon. He's getting shot at by 2 people at the same time. The bomb is ticking down. Lemon has to fall back on this one.
Yeah, no opportunity to be had after this one. Maybe getting another kill. No, neither of them managing to secure on the other. That means that 2 people alive for the side of NCI and just 1 for DCU. Well played from NCI all around, keeping the side as well. It looked a little bit sketchy at the end because yet again, it was Bioko making sure that 3 heads were clicked. Didn't end up costing them the round, but they need to be aware that they need to hold these sites for longer. They cannot let their grip fade as soon as the bomb is planted.
Yeah, Bioko just walking into that bomb site there and just making it look, taking down 2, and Lemon pushed backside of the one. Without only committing 1 person to each angle, especially when there's so little players left on the side of DCU. NCI really need to learn to just group up together a bit more. Just, if they only can come from 2 or maybe 3 positions, splitting the team into groups of 2 then just have one player maybe sitting on the bomb. It just will just help them out a little bit, because fighting 2v1 is a little bit easier than fighting 1v1.
Are you sure about that?
Well, maybe not when you're against Bioko, but...
Oh, that makes sense, yeah. The running back was youth, so that ultimate is gone now, and we see a little bit of a nice take on B. So the Hunter's Fury is gonna be used to try and tag someone. He gets a kill with it. It's gonna get a second Lemon with the snipes. That's gonna make it very difficult for NCI to take this side over.
Oh, and Lemon with the 3k in the round table. No, Tiltiago spots out the Omen, takes it down. He's on for the ace, but Fraz has a nasty nab there. Takes Gloob down, and you know, a big 4k coming out from Lemon there.
Imagine stealing the ace, man. That's
That's the fifth round on the board for DCU, you know. An ace is nice, but, you know, guaranteeing or trying to, you know, work your way towards the playoffs is more important.
I'd argue against. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're right, of course. It is very much important. They need to win both of these games to secure themselves a spot, so we can not immediately spot someone. Actually, a push through mid from Fresh could mean a lot of danger, but it doesn't really matter because Bioko actually picking up 2 out of nowhere. Maybe getting a second, got a nice little bit of damage on. Pushes backward. They need to be careful with this one. Oh, he pushes forward. It doesn't matter. He gets a kill. Gets another one as attacker helps him out. The classic spread shot. Bioko getting a 4k.
Oh, Bioko just showing that, like, the difference in level here between himself and some of the players on the NCI squad, you know. Walks into the A bomb site, kills 2, kills a 3rd, and then runs out of ammo in his primary, swaps to his pistol, and just kills 1.
I was sure that when Bioko dashed forward, that was gonna be his demise, but Boko didn't have it in it to finish that one off, and then even afterwards, using the classic, the great effect.
They just both ran out of ammo pretty much at the same time, but Bioko had a secondary, and I do believe Boko had to reload, so Ian's gonna pick up 1 early onto attacker though, and Fraz is gonna refrag it onto Boko. That's both Omens down. So there will be no paranoias this round. Also a lot of smoking presence for both teams down. Fraz picks up another one in mid. Fraz is just controlling the pace of mid. Now, Hilt manages to bring it back to a 3v3 though, by taking down Lemon on B. See Ian now pick up another round, is starting to fall to just down to single gunfights and people being caught off guard. Fraz finds 2. He's on for the ace, and he no. I don't think this ace is gonna get stolen. And he hit the shot, and he will.
After 2 4Ks in a row, we get our first ace, and it will be Fraz picking that one up for himself. Can be proud of that one. Well played by him. NCI kind of faltering at the early stages of these pushes, right? They always get picked up. There was a 1-for-1 trade this time, but afterwards, they try and push through without too much information and just get picked off one by one, and it always happens to be just one member of DCU that seems to find them all. Maybe, you know, being a little bit smarter, being a little bit slower counter pushes could help them find another win.
When the back is going to get used, he's going to push down mid. Bioko finds 1 on Tiltiago by pushing up through those containers. Fraz now is going to come up around the flank, but running back is going to run out, and he's going to be back towards that B bomb site. But we will see, I believe it's attacker flanking, and just misses the shot. Ian gets that kill as Lemon finds another. Fat Nose Head finds the refrag. It's now back to a 3v3.
Bioko Cruci still alive with the ult. Not gonna get it though. What a beautiful headshot from Fat Nose Head, and that means that the take is gonna be good. Only couches available to get this defuse going. We have seen crazier things though.
And
Let's see what he does.
Still, you know, not able. It hasn't got on the board just yet, so he needs to go big here for his team. Spots the head of 1, and he just doesn't get the spray down, and Fat Nose Head will pick up the kill.
Unfortunate stuff. You hate to see it. Happens, you know, that's the nerves when you try and 1v3 clutch. Didn't get it, unfortunately, on that one. Well played from DCU. Finally showing that they have what it takes. Those shots were actually very, very well played by mostly Fed Nosed. Getting the AWP out of Byoko's hand made it that round was very much winnable. And afterwards they could plant, and the round was theirs to win. 7-3 scoreline at the end of that one. Let's see if they can pull out another one.
Oh, look at that. NCI know. They know what he does every round. They're just waiting for that dart to come in. So Lemon might want to start changing up his tactics a little bit. NCI are just sitting and waiting for it at this stage.
Pyoko has another operator for himself. It is only Ian waiting, making sure that nobody is on their back. Let's see if Bucko can find an opening shot. For now, Paranoia is going to be thrown out. Doesn't get it. Pyoko, of course, with that operator, picks it up. Nanoswarm doesn't really land, doesn't really do a lot of damage. Pyoko trying to find another one. Looking behind those crates, someone is going to have to peek someday, but the plant is going to come through. Pyoko finds it. Make sure it doesn't get finished. Bit of a greedy plan on that one. It's nice first operator. What is this? What a flick from Pyoko. Lemon gets another one. It's just one left. Just till Thiago. As he is wanting to peek, but it was dangerous all along. Pyoko had his sights on that one. Another 4K goes over to him.
Yeah, 21 kills the first half on Pyoko. 15 on Fraz. They're both just going. You know, Fraz is holding mid and A. Byoko's basically been holding B. Sometimes been swapping to A, but they just have both sides locked down with the two of them. Now, this is a bit of an odd change. We have 4 players from the side of DCU, all on the A bomb site, and just 1 player over near B.
It looks like they're slow reading. Oh my god, you're joking! Pyoko picking up in the first few seconds a kill. He might get a second one. For now, is gonna walk backwards. That was ridiculous.
Now, attacker did decide to teleport back into their spawn, but they predicted it. They walked back. They got that kill. Glue picks up the mid kill onto Fraz. It's now down to a 3v4. It's now NCI's turn to set the pace. Pyoko picked up an early kill. That doesn't dictate the round. We'll spot one rotating over, though. He doesn't know that the rest have already rotated across. Still, they managed to push onto the bomb site. The breach ult is gonna come out, but it's just too short to hit the 2 players sitting on the back of the bomb site. Pyoko spots one, just whiffs the shot. Bomb will go down. Pop his ult. Now Spike will go down.
Spike planted.
Pyoko's been watching them. He's been holding this site very well. Killjoy's gonna come out. It's a bit far back though. Won't catch Pyoko out. So finds one. Finds 2. Has to dash away because of the Killjoy. It's all on Pyoko now against 2. But Bucko is going to spray through that smoke and pick up the 4K.
That would have been an absolute disaster if NCI didn't manage to win that one. They go into the second half with an 8-4 scoreline. Of course, you'd be hoping to get a little bit more out of that attacker round, but it is what it is.
Icebox being a new map, you know, not everyone's, you know, settled in and comfortable. Just yet, you know, they've had a little bit less time to practice on the map. So, you know, a lot of strategies probably haven't been developed yet. I'd say there's going to be loads of more stuff in the next, you know, few months as people learn more smokes and flashes and, especially with playing Sova, you know, being able to throw darts over the map and stuff.
I am not just a shadow.
See how, you know, this map gets better with time, hope. Pyoko just, I think, AFK for just as his team begins to push in.
No shots landing just yet. Fresh being flashed, but he's gonna be fine. Finding one. See if he spots another one. No, immediately gets traded, however. Pyoko, of course, getting another headshot, getting another one. Excuse me, that's still Thiago. Making sure that they're ahead of this round. Bomb still not planted, though. Nanoswarm is beautiful. And it's just Bioko left alive for DCU, but he finds one. 3k on the board. He doesn't have the bomb though. This could be a case where he doesn't have the time to both pick up the bomb and plant it.
That's not what... Byoko's gonna walk right into it and find the kill. Another 4k for Bioko. And the spike is gonna get planted for that little bit of extra cash as well. Bioko AFK at the start of the round, comes back pretty much at the exact moment that we saw Fat Nosehead come from that B bomb site, just takes his head off and then comes back onto the A bomb site, and just, you know, retakes the bomb for his team. This is the round.
A ridiculous showing from Bioko. Every single round he manages to just get like half of NCI picked off the crosshair on the heads.
But if
of
you,
NCI.
as we went over earlier, every fight Bioko gets into is a 1v1, and in these 1v1 spray downs, realistically, your favorite is gonna be Bioko. You know, just he has the accuracy to be able to execute on those 1v1 fights. But we're now seeing a push onto the B bomb site by UCD here, and they are deciding to fall back. Just not too sure. Oh, if you look at the positioning of the teams on the mini map, all of the NCI players are over at the B bomb site. They have full control of the right side of the map, so it's all on NCI now to have to do more than a retake than they pretty much asked for. Has spot out the breach here. He won't. Gloob is gonna pick a 1 to try get them back into this round. Spike is gonna go down.
Spike planted.
And we're now gonna have to see NCI's retake.
At the very least, Kloob got himself a weapon, so something to deal with at the very least. Let's see if Ian gets this one. For now, doesn't manage to finish it up, but he goes very low, gets it at the end of it. Couch is being taken down, meaning that turret won't be shooting anymore. But at the meantime, Gloob has been taken down. I don't think Ian has enough. Bioko making sure that no funny business happens on that round. 10-4 scoreline for NCI. Excuse me, for UCL.
Yeah, just another unfortunate round for NCI there. They rotated a bit quickly. DCU basically saw the rotate coming in, and once they rotated out of that A bomb site position, they walked up mid. They took full control of the right side of the map and basically said, NCI, if you want to retake this bomb, you're going to have to retake the entire side of the map. So, with the numbers advantage, just a big task for two players to be doing, and didn't go their way. We're going to see a little bit of more B pressure again this time. Fat Nosehead had pushed up, but has decided to fall back. Smart decision, I think. Paranoia's going to come out. The Sovadart's going to come out too, and he's got to find one Bucko and Attacker both on the board this round. Ian's got to find another on to Fraz. It's now a 4v3. They know where the bomb is going currently. But they're playing it a little bit safer, like rather than what they did last round. You know, fast rotating with no confirmation of whether it's going to be on that bomb site. Oh. Ian's going to go big and pick up 2 and a 4th. Just wiped them out as they walked onto the bomb site there.
Filthy. Who needs a rotate when Ian just can do it all by himself, man? That was a beautiful 4K. Nice headshots all around, making sure that they're not out of this game just yet. Crawling ever so closer to getting that win. Very slowly, of course, but crawling nonetheless. And this is what we want to see, right? We want to see these clutches coming out from NCI as well. We've seen DCU can do it, but NCI needs to show us that they can do it as well, because that will be the quote-unquote win factor on these games. Bucko needs to be careful from pushing mid.
Yeah, all of DCU pushing on mid now. Bucko's going to find one, but Fraz is going to get the retake. Bioko sneaks right past them. They don't know, and he's going to get one. Got to get taken down by Tiltiako. That's good pick up there. Lemon's got to refrag. This is flashbacks to the first half where we saw this happen as well. Just trade one kill after another until only one team stands. Now Fraz is still on this left side of the map here, just trying to pump the players who are coming in for the retake. The Killjoy is going to come down, but it's a bit early. Fraz is spotting both. He misses the first headshot, but finds it and then gets it back afterwards. Raz just playing the ultimate lurker and it paying off for him. Now we're basically 2 rounds away from a match point here in DCU's favor, so NCI really need to pull it out this round to stop them from getting to that match point.
For sure, you don't want to get into an overtime with the clutch factor that DC has shown, and Fresh even like showing a lot of patience there. It looked a little bit questionable, but you know, making sure that he has both players in his field of view and then shooting after he has the information to work with that. Very well played by him. As the showstopper does come out. Don't think it hits anyone. Run it back. Spotting just the turret for now. Pushing forward, but very good flashes and paranoia, making sure he doesn't get too much more information. The push goes through. No hits coming through Fresh, just teleports backwards.
Yoka now pushed up, finds one onto Gloob. He's now on the backside. The nade goes in. He's gonna get tagged up by it, but and the nade, he just lands on it, and it's gonna be a bit of an unlucky landing there for Byoko. Fat Nose Head finds one as well.
One enemy remaining.
Raz though, all on Ian. 1 versus 3. Attacker's gonna walk into his line of sight. He picks up one. Fraz with the flash, but just misaims the door while flashed and can't find the second kill.
Match point.
Yeah, very good flash from Frez. That's a tongue twister, isn't it? Yes. Well played by him, making sure he doesn't really take any unnecessary risk, and that means it's gonna be map point for the side of DCU, bringing them ever so close to that coveted playoffs position.
Right here.
See if they can finish it out immediately as well. For now, it looks very, very stable, very, very good for DCU, that is for sure.
Shadows traveling.
Oh, Marshall doesn't land. Fat knows that just with that sniper rifle, but I'm not sure if it's gonna help him too much. Nice versus nice. He's not gonna get anything though as attacker picks him up. That oh, well, he just goes down. That makes it very, very hard for a retake to happen. 4 versus 2. A map win. Very much on the board till Thiago gets picked up, and it's just Ian left. He picks one up for good measure. I'm not entirely sure if that's gonna be enough. Run it back, even coming down from Frez.
Look at the teleport to the A bomb site. Bomb is gonna get planted. Run it back's gonna come out, but
Spike planted.
not gonna give him any help. And that is gonna be map
Attackers
1
win.
to the side of DCU.
Well played from both teams. We saw some sparks, some glitter from both of these sides. However, it was clear that NCI was, or excuse me, that DCU was very much superior. I mean, they kind of were running away with most of these maps, looking at the clutches and the aces coming through from their team, the 4Ks, the 5Ks, everything was on the board. A very well fought game for them, and a well deserved victory, to say the least.
Yeah, we definitely. So I don't. So just to ask you, because I'm sure with current standings on the leaderboard, DCU need to win both of these games to qualify, whereas NCI just needs to draw.
Opposite.
Opposite. Okay.
Opposite. So DCU can draw, but that means that the DKYT can still,
Certain past them. Yeah.
yeah. Quick calculations. Draw them. I think. I think they tie.
Okay.
They tie. If DKYT wins and DCU ties, then they draw. And if DCU wins outright, then DCU will go through to that next stage.
Yeah, so basically it's all on the line here for DCU. They need to win out this next game to make sure they make it into the playoffs. So we will be throwing it to a quick 5-minute break, and then we will be getting into our second map straight away. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we start our second game here. We're moving into Bind matchup between DCU CI. Now, of course, DCU taking map 1 on Icebox. It was a very it was basically the Bioko show, to be honest, with 4Ks coming left, right, and center. But we're gonna see whether NCI have learned anything from that first match and decide and change their playstyle, because it seemed they were very disconnected. They were taking fights 1v1 that Bioko was going to easily win. Just Bioko just has that first aim, just headshot, you're out of the server, mentality. So we're gonna have to see whether NCI decide, let's put 2 players against, or if we're walking into a Bioko, we need to put 2 players there just to get the damage out, or or just to have a higher chance of getting that kill. Just commit another player to a fight instead of playing a little bit loose like they were last game.
Yeah. I mean, DCU, I don't know what happened there. Even when Bioko wasn't stepping up, right, it was fresh, just getting a 4K out of nowhere. It was kind of ridiculous. Hopefully, we do get a good response from the side of NCI. I mean, that would make it the most interesting, of course, but I don't know if I can say this. I had a quick peek at the DKIT, and I believe that they lost their first game. So, if I'm not mistaken, DCU has been locked in for that semifinals. If I have been mistaken, then, well, we still have a super clutch series to look at. See how this one plays out, as we do a push towards that B side, going into hookah. Nope.
Baron is readying up his charge, just getting ready for that take. Start pushing here. Tripwire does get caught out. Dart as well, giving away the position, but Couchif just jumps across, gets taken down by Bucko. Bucko pushes in, spots the one out on elbow. Nade comes in. Gonna take a lot more damage here. Well, Mando's head is gonna push in and find Till Tiako finds another lemon, another one as well. It's all on Lemon here to defend this spike that is down. He has the shorty, knows what to do. He lands the first shot but doesn't manage to finish it, and Tiako on 0 HP, basically 12 HP, manages to finish out that round and get the spike down.
Just about barely. That was a little bit too close for comfort. But here we are. They do win their first round. DCU on top of the leaderboard at the moment. Yeah, well played by them. It was a bit sketchy, but if you win and it's sketchy, then, you don't talk about it sketchy. It's just to win at that point.
Definitely a different pistol round than last map, so hopefully NCI can carry this momentum into the game. Force a draw here series, but we're gonna see a lot more pressure over towards the B-bomb site once again. We're gonna see 4 players with 1 player just sitting at mid, waiting to see what happens.
Cover going out. Cover
Go throw
going
out. That's
very nice smoke actually coming through. Ian wants to push through. For now, he doesn't really see an opening for himself. The smokes cover everything from everyone. Gets the first kill. There it is. Ian trying to get a second. No, it's going to be Lemon. Immediately getting traded around. Still DCU on the lead with this one. Bioko on the side with a shorty. That's going to be a hard one to pull off, but we've seen crazier things, of course. I'm not sure, however, if he has the manpower to pull this off now, especially considering it's just him with that shotgun.
I think he's just playing for a pick here, waiting to see if he can get a better gun, but that shock dart is gonna bait him out, and they know where he is. So but look at this. NCI are playing this ridiculously smart. They're just sitting down. They don't need to peek this. They don't need to fight. They don't need to fight Bioko. They don't need to engage him. And they just let Bioko come to them. They don't need to lose a 4K lead.
They definitely don't, and they didn't this time. That was a very, very clean round from DCU, way better than that game one. Means that we do have a bit of a bonus round, as we do see full bites coming out from NCI and, from DCU, and NCI being on those submachine guns from last round. curious to see how they do with that one, but a lot more firepower this time around for his side of DCU.
Drop the spike.
Grouping up once again towards the B bomb side. They have one player still watching A, just in case anyone's flank around, but you know, maybe going to the well too many times. There's now 3 players from DCU on that B bomb site just waiting for them, so we're gonna have to see whether they opt to change up their strategy.
Shadows traveling.
Sonar is going to go in for the NCI side, giving away their position a little bit, and we're going to see another player rotate over. It's now 4 on the side of DCU, but Ian deletes one of them. It's back to a 3v5 on this B bomb side. Yoko has it rotated over. Fraz spots Ian the moment he walks into the smoke and takes him down. Bucko finds one, and Fatnos finds another. Lemon finds 2. Walking around elbow here, he's looking for another. 2v2. The flash comes out. They know he's there. Can't manage to find the kills. Yoko destroys the 2. Finds it. Alright, they're gonna know where he is now. And they find the flash goes out. Doesn't manage to get anything. Yoko's just playing it slow. Just needs to wait for make a mistake, walk into sight, but entirely right, he can hear the footsteps.
Woo!
See him walk over to the box.
Oh, this is so unfortunate. They keep missing each other. They hear the dash. He's still alive though. Bioka, can he clutch it again? No, not this time. And still Tiago finishes up this round for DCU. And excuse me. Oh my god. NCI. I'll get it right sometime. A 3-0 lead for them. And really running away with this map already.
Yeah, of course, this is their map pick, but it is DCU's side choice. Start on this map, and it's definitely going the way of NCI. You know, I believe that, you know, picking Bind, it may be one of their stronger maps, so hopefully they can pull out or bring it back to a 1. Now we see a lot more pressure over towards the A bomb site, so we're gonna finally see NCI change it up a bit. But as you see, 3 DCU players back on the A bomb site, and they're already rotating off. They already have a feeling, they know what's coming. So we already have the Cypher halfway through GT spawn, getting ready to push in case it is an A push. Killjoy is going down, but the shorty on Bioko. He's got to find one. Fraz with the Bucky finds another and manages to pick up a better gun for himself. Fatno's now on the going down.
There's the showstopper. See if it can land on anyone. Gets one at the very least. Kloop immediately responds with one for himself. They should know where Fraz is, but for now, they're not really responding to it. Ultimate comes down. Is it gonna be enough? Why does he not hit these shots? It's gonna be Fraz with the clutch. How did that happen?
Oh, just an unfortunate situation for Glue, or for, I believe it was Fat Nosehead there. Just ran out of ammo just as he needed to go for that one-tap headshot. Went for the body shot instead, ran out of ammo. And then all that left was just Fraz to just be like, oh, you're out of ammo. Even though I'm stunned, they can still headshot you.
Ridiculous stuff. That should not happen in games as important as these. That was absolutely unfortunate. We'll quickly move on as, you know, the streak of NCI has ended. Maybe that means that DCU finally get their swing of things. Finally get back Bucko, Bioko as an operator for himself. And again, we're looking at a B side push, but it does get sniffed out. 3 people waiting on B, 1 with an operator, so it might be proving a little bit difficult to push that completely through. Bioko making sure he's clicking this very, very slow. Already 50 health, gets 1 though. Ridiculous stuff from him.
Tags Ian down to 1 HP as well on the rotate. How much health is Ian on there? He got shot through the wall. He's on exactly 3 HP.
So Hunter Series get traded from both of these players. Oh, Bioko! Of course he gets one. Doesn't get the second one for now. Only 24 HP available to himself, but it doesn't really need much more for now. The answer is going to be no. On his way towards that ace, has 3 kills ready for him. Gonna get a 4th. Is it gonna be another ace? No, Lemon steals it again. 4K for Bioko, however, showing a masterclass of operator gameplay.
Yeah, just managed to pick up 3 of those kills below 50 HP. And somehow managed to win a pistol duel at 24 HP.
Ridiculous stuff. And most importantly, it means that he keeps his sniper. So it is not the end just yet. I'm very curious to see what the response of NCI is going to be, but they're looking like, yet again, they want to push through that B side.
A lot more presence over to the B side once again. Push up as well. Bioko spots it out and has to fall back. As not to get caught out. Bioko now holding the angle, but the party stopper is going to come out. But does he know where Bioko is? He does, but Bioko dashes past it. But he's still ready to be taken out by Ian. Lemon has to go big here. He finds 1 out of the smoke, finds 2. All on Tiltiaco, but Raz is there to take that down as well. Big round from Lemon there, just pushing into the position that Bioko had. They thought it was clear. The smoke obviously obscuring them a little bit, managed to not clear out that angle as well as they thought they would have, and then, you know, Lemon just showing them basically how it's done.
And there we see, even if Bioko isn't the one to make the clutch fights or the 4 or the 5Ks, there's still always someone backing up him on this squad. Everyone can basically carry if they get the space to do so. This time, we have a bit of a wrong read from the side of DCU. As yet again, we have a B push. See if that works out for them, however.
Early pressure towards the big bomb site, some shots being fired. Trying to possibly bait a rotate out. We're going to see the Omen rotate back over for the side of DCU. If they can, you know, maybe bait a player over now. I'm seeing ball back through mid a little bit, so their job has been successful. They've weakened the A bomb site by 1 player. Do they know they have done that?
From the looks of things, they really want to commit to this B side still. Grenade gonna come out. Finally, a bit of a rotate coming over as Loop waiting on the side, waiting for that information to come through, waiting for those rotations. But Ian pushes a bit too far forward, and that means they have to, well, they decide that they have to commit to this B side. It's 1-for-1 now, so definitely not the end. Teleporting out of the way. Lemon, still up and available, picks up a 2nd for himself. Not gonna get a 3rd. 3 versus 2. It is doable, but it's very, very difficult. Let's see what Bucko and Tiltiago can do for themselves. Spike being picked up. As Cautious actually knows exactly what is going on. Picks him up with the headshot. That was a very interesting one. And Tiltiago, I don't think, has what it takes. Bioko picking him up with the operator. Another win going over. Back into the lead. It will be DCU.
A 4 round straight for them here. Bioko, you know, finally getting his up and picking up some few frags. Now, it was just a bit unfortunate there. Fatno said, of course, spotting out Lemon through that wall, but didn't actually, you know, opt to just go for the spray through the wall. Kind of went for a bit of a wide peek, which gave Lemon time to reload and just find the kill there. Lemon's going a lot bigger than he did last game.
Sure. Making sure he picks those pushes right up. Always getting 1 or 2 kills. And this time, we're looking at an A push, so they finally decide to change things up. But the defense is actually kind of insane, making sure that they can't really push forward too far. Ian decides that it's time, but Bioko picks one up. The jump through, not enough, as Fresh was waiting for him. See if what this operator can do more. I think someone is in toilet, but it doesn't really matter because Fresh picks up 2. Last one, an operator gets stacked, gets killed. Bioko finishing up another flawless round for DCU.
NCI here just don't know what to do, don't know what to change. Honestly, I think it's just a change in pace is needed here. They just need to decide we're going somewhere, and we're going somewhere fast. We're not gonna we're just fast and hard. Smokes, full execute, just go for it, send it, because slow methodical pushes that they're pushing out at the moment just aren't making do anymore. DCU have adapted. They've changed to suit these. Look at this, like Bioko. Bioko is already up in. Oh, and he just looks away at the wrong moment. He's gonna get stunned by the breach. But once again, we're seeing this slow methodical push. And look at this, 2 players from the side of DCU are flanking behind them into the mid.
Couches picks up 2 at 1 and attacking the other. Ian, however, pushes through. Lemon again making sure that this side is sound and secured, as he always manages to do. And now there's only 1 available member for NCI. Will we have it in at 20 health? No, he will not. And that is a 6-round streak for the side of DCU, who keep upping the pace.
DCU have them figured out. They have this all written down. They have the plays. They know what NCI are planning. They know what they're doing. And this is where NCI really need to reevaluate what their strategies are. They've done the same strategy a lot. I think about 7 out of the 9 rounds they've tried to do this, like, slow methodical beat push. And last round was basically DCU saying, yeah, we know what you're gonna, you know, you're gonna have to figure something else out. This isn't gonna work, because they just took that play and completely dismantled it.
Oh no, attacker waiting on the side. The ultimate completely misses him. It stops with 1 fresh with the showstopper, hits 2, and Bioko still having the operator available to him this round is as good as done, as Ian, the only man left standing, immediately being picked up by Frez. Make that a 7-round streak. Dear Lord.
Just not the change of pace NTM that I was talking about. They definitely tried to change the pace. They went for a fast A push, but with absolutely no cover at all.
No cover, no information. They decided to push. Someone was waiting on the side, of course. You know, maybe it's luck, or unluck, I should say, or maybe they should just, you know, play a little bit smarter around this ultimate and not blindly follow them through. And we see what happens when you do push through, as they decide to go back for that B push.
They're on an eco now, so again, a slow methodical B push as they start to push on. The tripwire is going to go down, which is going to give them indication that there's something up here. The sub out's going to come out, spot out too. And the rest of DCU are now going to file in, just swap bomb sites now. Oh, and Ian barely dodges that Sova ultimate there. The Cypher ult's now going to get up just to tell where the rest of the players are. 5 versus 2, and Ian, you can't be walking around with your knife out.
You definitely can't. Flawless going over to DCU. Last round before the swap, so another gun round after this one, which could reset the momentum that DCU has gained throughout this half, but will that be enough? I don't want to say I doubt it, because that's a little bit rude, but I doubt it. I'm hoping that will give NCI that reset that they desperately need. Maybe they can find a bit more success on that defense, but we're gonna have to wait and see one more round for what is going to happen.
Hacker just straight away just takes down the peak. And there's another one gonna peek until it gets the refrag. Fair play. But Fraz takes down Ian in, I believe that was from showers into their spawn. A bit unlucky there. They have a feeling now that they know where they're going. Nades are gonna start raining in. Tilt is gonna get taken down to 25 HP. Yoko still just waited, or still has his sniper just trained down short A. Lemon was getting ready for, I believe, a sonar dart, but opts to hold it. Now there's 3 players over towards A bomb site right now, so gonna have to wait and see. There's 40 seconds left. NCI still have some time if they can get onto the B bomb site quickly, get Lemon taken down, take the site aggressively, and just start setting up, putting smokes down. still win out this round.
See what they can do. The rotation was quick. It was there, fresh, available, and out for the kill. And that means that only Tiago will be left standing. However, that doesn't mean it is lost just yet. Needs to be careful for those knives. It's gonna be Bioko finishing this round. A 9-3 scoreline as we are halfway through this match.
9-3 scoreline, very similar to the first game of it. 4, you know, but 9 consecutive rounds right here.
Can we make it 10? It'd be kind of insane if they make it all the way to those 13 rounds as soon as like 1 big streak to victory. It'll be interesting to see what happens. From now, DC really warmed up, ready, showing what they've got, which is what you want to see for a playoffs contender. Maybe even already a playoffs member? I don't know what you call it. Someone who is in playoffs.
I believe that we're looking for as finalist, but we will have to see whether they manage to win at this game here. It could, NCI could, you know, pull out some big defenses. The Tremor is going to come out, but it's not going to hit anything. The Sova is now going to start. Sova's just going to start scouting, trying to sort out this A. But look at the difference in positioning from DCU and NCI. They're spread out. They're watching everything. They have 2 players on one side. There's two players in mid A or short A. They have 1 player over in their showers, and they have 1 player watching the B side. They're so spread out because they're just waiting. They're listening for information. They're listening for, you know, anything. They're just trying to bait out abilities, even just trying to play down the clock, play down NCI's patience, and make them get sloppy.
Push through from Bioko. They didn't really find anything, and that means that they're gonna take it down. Actually, Gloop was waiting for that one, gets a second one for himself, and maybe this round, the roll up was what DC needed, because it's looking mighty fine for them at the moment. Paco finally does get taken down. The Omen battles will be won. Take it over.
Lemon managed to walk right into their spawn and just take down, I believe it was Raze. Just walked straight through the bomb site and followed Ian straight back through spawn, taking him down. But bit of a sloppy ending to that round. I think NCI had that, and they just managed to lose a few many players there. But still won at the round, so putting an end to DCU's 9-round win streak, and hopefully getting back into the game.
Yeah, getting back into the swing of things. You know, they have a bit of weapons on themselves now. They should be able to, you know, get another one out of this one with the firepower that they have available to themselves compared to what DCU have. We see a bit of some shorties, but primarily just, you know, the hand arms. A push through the mid side, you know, taking a page out of the book of NCI. Let's see if that works out for them. He's already very low. Ian takes 1, getting a second one. Trying to find more though as he gets the bomb out of the side. He's gonna get 4. Is it gonna be another ace for one of these teams? For now, not
and he goes
just
for the
yet.
Kobe. But the teleporter. And he gets the nade into the teleporter.
How did that happen? This is the second ace on this series, and we have like what, 4 Ks? This series is absolutely nuts.
Keegan with that absolute Hail Mary nade, throws it, bounces it, and I believe I think it exploded outside of the teleporter, but some of the nades went through and finished him when he teleported across. Of course, he was stuck in that little chamber that you come out of when you teleport, so he couldn't even get away from the grenades.
Very well played from Ian. A well-deserved ace. They're still in this. Stopping the streak, like you're saying, and starting a little bit of a streak for themselves. As we do see a bit of an A push. Attacker by himself.
Blocking sight.
In toilets.
That round that kind of lost NCI their lead at the beginning of the game. The round where DC was bought up. They have everything they could possibly have. And NCI still have a few SMGs, and yeah, I have to see whether whether they can actually, have the firepower to win out this Yoko with a full, fully priced gun against an SMG. I think I know who's gonna win.
I would bet on that as well. I'd put a little bit of a wager on that, but for now, slow and steady wins the race for the side of DCU. They decide to rotate over, which in my opinion is a smart decision. Only 2 members on that B side.
30 seconds
So let's
left.
see if they can find that opening. Only 30 seconds left available to them, however, so they need to make a little bit of a rush. Still not finding anyone just yet. Should know where it is. The paranoia comes through. Bucko finds a beautiful kill onto Lemon. 14 seconds, 12 seconds. The top keeps clicking. Couchfist and Biyoko, however, make sure that this round is still winnable. Plant goes down. They managed to get this side. They managed to get the bomb plant. And they're set up for another round win.
Before retake here, Byoko's a bit low, so they might be able to pick him off early and play this, but Byoko's already played back toward the T spawn, so he doesn't actually need to do anything. Gloob gets taken out, and it's all on Fat Nosehead, who finds one, he finds two. Manages to push onto the bomb site, but can he pick up the last remaining players? The timer's starting to tick down. He finally picks up a new gun, but
Come on.
have the time, and Byoko's just gonna peek in and get that kill, teleport away to make sure he doesn't lose his gun. That's gonna be the end of it.
Very nice paranoia from, I believe, Attacker, making sure that there was no real response available. And then Biyoko swings just to the side, picking up the kill. Bomb didn't get defused. It looked very close. Good bit of martial skill shown from, I believe, Nosehead. Making sure he still gets 2 or 3 kills. I believe it was 2 kills. Correct me if I'm wrong. Making it still a very, very close round. But they need more. They need to keep winning because they're so close to losing 2-0 to DCU. Let's see what their response is going to be now. Tremor goes down. Doesn't really spot anything. And that means Fresh just gets a free reign push through. Our drone immediately gets destroyed. They now know where to find this Sova. Rotations coming over, even with a nice pickup. Making it a 4 versus 4 for now. The window didn't get killed just yet. Yoko just waiting on the sidelines. Lamps not being pushed through. Yoko himself just walks towards him. I think he heard another rotation. Which is very, very interesting. As soon as those rotations come over, we see the rest of DCU immediately going towards that A side.
But look at Biyoko. Byoko's managed to walk himself while everyone else teleported all the way into the spawn.
Klub didn't get it. Oh, he was lined up for all 3 of them. He
Look
didn't
at this,
get
running
it.
with their knife out, and Byoko's ready. Byoko got himself in position. They had no idea. Byoko just walked himself right into their spawn while the smokes were down and everyone else teleported. They thought, oh, they all rotated to B, so, we don't need to worry about this. Byoko just right past, got into spawn, sat there, and waited patiently, and then that's exactly what he was waiting for. Someone to come running past with their knife out.
So many opportunities, given to NCI to win another round, and unfortunately it just doesn't connect. They lose out on another win, and that means it's gonna be oh so difficult to get this all the way through those 13 rounds. Only 2 mistakes permitted. Fresh using the showstopper. Let's see what he can find with that one. Not really anything. Biyoko stunned as well. We have a bit of a fight into Lambs, and it's gonna be Fat Nosehead who wins out on that one.
Gonna throw out the ultimate. Doesn't really find anything, and we're gonna see a return party stopper.
One enemy remaining.
Onto Biyoko as well, so that's gonna be a 3v1 in NCI's favor. So it's gonna get the kill onto Lemon, and that's gonna close out, getting another round on the for NCI. So can they just postpone this match point here from DCU and just manage to win this match?
Postpone, yes. Win this one out. That's gonna be the real question to be asked here. It does look like they're way more comfortable on defense, right? For now, it looks like they have a bit more options to them available to themselves. Looks like they're winning a bit more. Looks like they're getting more of those headshots. So for now, it's looking good for them. I'm not sure if it's enough though. It will be exceedingly difficult to stop this DCU lineup from just steamwalking the rest of these games. So for now,
Seeing a lot of beat pressure starting out. Getting out to the spot anyone. Raz now coming up. Aids Lemon's just gonna pop his ult straight away. And he is
Happy
just trying
feet!
to find anyone. Raz is just to find the nade onto Bucko. See one player fall, one. Just until find one each as well. This has been a 1-for-1 frag fest so far. Glue finds one onto attacker. Sprays through, but can't manage that kill.
Spike planted.
good smokes from Bioko all around. Fresh waiting for them to push through, and there it finally is. The knives up and available for Bioko, and just till Tiako left. He had those happy feet at the beginning of this round, but will he keep them for the remainder? It's gonna be a very difficult push through. He needs to be careful, he needs to be quick. He can't just walk like this, and there it is, Bioko. Just peeks it, finds it, and makes it so. Match point is on the board for DCU.
Match point.
That 2-0. Oh, go on.
That 9-round lead, of course, on the first half, just really dictating, you know, how this match was going to play out. You know, it's very hard to be going from 9-3, you know, back to a 13-9, you know, for NCI. So NCI are gonna, you know, if they want to bring this to overtime, they're gonna have to win 6 rounds in a row, and that is a very difficult thing to do when you have Bioko right there. They saw him walk across, but the call didn't come out. Nosa gets a free kill onto Fraz there. Attacker finds the refrag, and we're back to a 4v4, but this was, again, Bioko undetected is all the way up into lamps.
Yeah, they need to be really careful. This is a very dangerous position for them. Tiltiako will be the first to find him if he pushes through, but for now, they are just waiting. It's going to be Bioko first. Rotation back to the B side, which is a nice decision. As the push comes through to take over this side, Bioko unfortunately manages to still pick one up for himself.
Look at the rotation here from the side of DCU. They've gone through teleporter, and Bioko is in position to just clear anyone out that wants to rotate through spawn. So he's got 2 kills from this position so far. And, you know, they've done this. They've done this strat before, and NCI, you know, just let Bioko once again just hide on the site, sneak right through, and pick up 2 kills that they didn't need to lose.
Oh, there's only a judge for Bucko as well, so this will be a very difficult round. As everybody spots him, Ian also still up, but he gets picked up immediately, as I said. A little bit of a caster curse to teleport in the midst of them, right into the smoke, but he gets spotted before he can do anything, and that means that DCU will be your semi-finalist for Ice Valorant.
2-0 victory from DCU there, just not outclassing NCI in that matchup, but definitely showing that with at least a good 3 top players, you know, Fraz, Bioko, and Lemon all going big that game. You know, just showing that, you know, you really need to have strats down. You can't just can't just slowly push onto, you know, amble onto bomb sites and expect to take them. You really need to practice your executes. You need to work as a team. And, you know, Bioko just left to do whatever he wanted a lot during that series, and it really left to NCI's downfall. But that's going to be our 2 matches for tonight. We will all, of course, like to thank you all for watching. Just in case anybody is just tuning in right now, we had 2 matches. We had Icebox and we had Bind, with DCU taking maps. But that's not all for Ice this week. We have a lot more coming up. Of course, today is only Monday, so we have 4 more days of action for you guys. So of course tomorrow we will be following up with some more Rocket League, which has been a great thing to watch, and of course I've been doing the production for that, so I've got to sit, you know, and spectate all these great players play that game. So it's very good to watch. We on Wednesday we have some more CS:GO. I haven't been following that, but I definitely need to. I've heard there's been some very, very good matches. I need to go back and watch some more of those. And following that, on Thursday, we have some more League of Legends. I believe the season will be starting back up next on Thursday. Of course, with the last week, we had a short break because the season changed over. There was new items. There was a new shop. There was so many changes that there was a week break. But I believe League is back this week, and then we'll be finishing out the week with some more Rainbow Six. But that will be all from us tonight. We'd like to thank you guys for watching. I have been Celtic, joined by Dutch Source, and yeah, we will see you guys next time.
Cheers.